In the previous video, we found VThevenin voltage as VThevenin voltage for the given source that contains dependent voltage source as 20I. We found VThevenin as 3.36 volt. In this video, we will find RTH for the given circuit. They didn't ask in the gate question paper. For our reference, we will find Thevenin's resistance. So for the Thevenin's resistance, if the circuit contains dependent source, we have to use this formula as RTH equal to Thevenin's voltage by Norton's current. Ratio of Thevenin's voltage to the Norton's current, that is Thevenin's resistance. So to find RTH, the terminal should be short circuited to find the IN current. Okay, let me draw the circuit for that. Now AB terminals is short circuited. So by short circuiting the terminal, current will be directly passing through the AB terminals. So this 2 ohms resistance, we can remove this and we can draw the network like this. So this terminals is short circuited now. AB terminals is short circuited now. So this is 2 volt, 1 ohms, current passing through this resistance is I, and here 20I. We cannot substitute for I because these terminals are short circuited here. So this is different. We have to find I separately. So let me take this loop current as Norton's current IN, and this loop current as we are assuming as I1. Okay, just we are applying the Cramer's rule. We will write the matrix equation directly to find the Norton's current. So okay, so for the first loop, 1 plus 1, 2 minus 1, and here 1 minus 1 into first loop current is I1, second loop current is IN equal to, this is by Cramer's rule. Okay, so equal to the respective voltage rise is 2 and here 20I. So where I equal to current passing through 1 ohms is nothing but the difference of first loop current and second loop current, I1 minus IN. Okay, so now delta equal to 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, 1. So delta 1 equal to, so we are replacing first column as 220I minus 1, 1. Delta is 1. Okay, equal to, so this is I1. I1 equal to delta 1 by delta. So 2 plus 20I, that is equal to 2 plus 20I1. Substituting for I as I1 minus IN. So 2 plus 20I minus 20IN. Okay, so simplifying this, 20I1 minus 20IN minus I1. Okay, minus I1 minus 20IN equal to minus 2. So this will become 19I1 minus 20IN equal to minus 2. Okay, so here, so this is taken as first equation, and then second equation is for I2, delta 2 by delta, that is 2 minus 1. We are replacing the second column as 220I by 1. So 40I plus 2, that is equal to 40I1 minus 40IN plus 2. So 40I1 minus 41IN equal to minus 2. So this is taken as second equation. Now this equation and this equation is taken into consideration. So let me find IN here. So substituting for I1, let me solve for I1. So this is, we are eliminating I1. So I1 is nothing but I1 equal to, from one equation, from one equation, I1 equal to minus 2 plus 20 IN by 90. So now substituting I1 in second equation. So this equation will become 40 into minus 2 plus 20 IN by 19 minus 41 IN equal to minus 2. So let me solve for this one. So taking LCM, and we found Norton's current as 1.5 amps. So here we found 40 into simplifying this Norton's current we found as 1.5 amps. Okay. Now solving for RTH equal to VTH by IN. So already we found VTH as 3.36 volt by 1.5 amps, that is equal to it is nothing but 33.6 by 15. So 2.26 ohms. RTH as 2.26 ohms. So we have to find the Thevenin's resistance like this. So this ratio is important for the circuit which contains dependent source. Okay.